I'm Bill Cook. This is Bill Cooks. And this morning, yes, it's morning. Yeah, climbed out of bed. I'm hungry. I'm making breakfast. And my favorite breakfast potatoes are wheels. Now, if you plan ahead, you can have these things in a matter of minutes. They're super easy, super delicious, super incredible. Look at how amazing these are. They're so good. I want to be eating them right now. And I'm going to be in a second. But first, we have to make this video. So let's get started. Alright, hey, my head's in the picture. Good deal. Alright, so the first thing you need is a couple of potatoes, and these have to be baked already. And you put them in the fridge at least overnight, a couple days ahead, and you got potatoes that are ready to go. These are not big, so I have two of them. If you have a big potato, just make one. Makes sense. Alright, sharp knife. You want the skins to stay on this, so the sharper the knife, the better. And these ends never cook right, so I just pop the ends off. And there's two ways to make this: thin or thick. You pick. Do some thin, some thick. See what you like. The thicker ones are a little meatier. Thinner ones are nice and crispy and wonderful. You can choose when you eat it. Yeah. So just slice your potato up. Super simple. You can see, and I'll show you this. The inside of the potato, I don't know if you can see, gets this little star pattern in there. These are already cooked, fully baked potatoes. Now, when you're doing this, these have a tendency to get really crispy in those bits inside. Now, these are fairly thick that I'm doing here. I'll do the other thing. And you have to be somewhat delicate with this. This potato was not over baked, so it doesn't have huge cracks running through it. If you really bake the hell out of a potato, it'll have huge cracks. Also, if you pick up the potato in the oven, go to see if it's done, you'll get huge cracks inside of it. You don't notice that when you're having a baked potato because you just... But when you're doing this, you'll notice a difference. Okay, so I'm trying to do this one a little bit thinner. This one's a little more durable. Way you'll be able to see the difference in how these cook up, and maybe you know which one you want. You don't have to experiment. And this one is really not overly cracked up in the middle either. They'll hold together better this way, but you're missing a lot of fun on the inside. Maybe this should have been squished. Okay, so there's thins, there's the thicks, and here's the ends. We won't use those. Now we just put these in the pan and cook them up. Okay, so I have a 12-inch skillet over a medium-high heat. I'm just adding some canola oil. You want to coat the bottom of the pan. You don't want to completely submerge. That is a little bit too much oil. Remember, when the potatoes go in, they're going to displace a little bit of oil, so don't put in too much. It won't hurt anything necessarily, but you don't need quite that much oil. Alright, so putting the potatoes in, you have to be very careful how you do this. They want to come apart and fall apart, and it's fairly delicate. I have a fish spatula here that I'm using because it's long and skinny, and I can slide a few on there and then put them in. You don't just drop them in. They do tend to fall apart on you. You want them to hold together until they're cooked. Once they're cooked, they hold together a little bit better. And just put them in your pan. You want a nice one even layer, not sitting on top of each other. So just kind of move them around and find out, can you get a couple more in there? Yes, you can. I'm going to put some more in there. And basically just get them in, get them situated, and there you go. Now, can I get any more in here? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to. But you know what? I got these ends here. What the heck? I'll cook them up anyways. Somebody might eat them.
But you know, they just go around the edges. They cook weird anyways, so you know, never waste anything, right? That's my theory. All right, so this just has to cook for a while. Why don't we go into fast forward mode and save you a little bit of time? You need a paper towel for draining. You need a camera that is moving around crazily, and just a little bit of time until they're browned up. Now the weird little ends are going to be cooked up a little bit first because they had a smaller spot on them. So get those turned over, and like you see, this guy here has a pretty good hole in it. Oh yeah, see that nice browning there? That's what you really want. Okay, so fish spatula, not the greatest thing in the world for turning this. Don't put your fingers in the hot oil if you want to keep them. So I grabbed a fork that'll help me flip these over. They're kind of a pain in the butt. And again, we'll just fast forward because this takes a little bit of time, a little finesse. The only problem with doing these potatoes is you really can't be doing a lot of other stuff while you're doing this. Don't be playing with making pancakes or bacon or a lot of things. This is going to take a fair amount of your time while you do this, and you kind of can't walk away from it, you know. So, anyways, this is 2 batches, 2 potatoes. This will feed quite a few people, so always remember to salt your potatoes while they're still hot and glistening with oil, and that will make them delicious.
So, you have your wheel potatoes. These wheels, they're wonderful, they're amazing. Look at how crispy, delicious that is. These are super awesome. And since you were baking potato, you were probably having it with a steak. You got some leftover steak bits? Fry it up in the pan real quick. Steak, some dirty eggs. I love dirty eggs. They're just regular scrambled eggs, but you do them after the steak, and they pick up all the bits of all the stuff on the bottom of the pan. And dirty eggs. If you haven't tried them, try it. They're pretty good. So, throw some of these on your plate. Save some for other people. And you got breakfast. There you go. Thanks for joining me. See you on the next one. Bye.